What's up, everybody? We're back with another episode. Shamika, we're getting closer towards the end.
The end of goodness, y'all.
Oh,
The end of goodness. What are we gonna do?
I know. Like, what are we supposed to do with ourselves for the next couple of months?
And you know what's funny is that I actually ran out of shows to watch. So now I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna watch? What am I gonna watch? So
You actually
this,
ran out of shows to watch? This is impressive.
yeah, I ran out of shows to watch. Some these had shows, I ran out of shows to watch.
Girl, oh no.
Yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna do after Marine to Medicine is done. But you know what? I think I'm actually gonna watch it from the beginning. Because when they were doing the flashbacks for the reunion, I realized that there is a lot that I don't remember. So,
Oh, you're gonna have a time. I was doing that over the holidays.
yeah, so I'm gonna do that when I'm when this is done. So catch me on Twitter, y'all, because I'll be tweeting up a storm.
Look here. She's about to take us down memory lane with them tweets.
Yes. What? I'm gonna be on there. But yes, girl, let's get into the reunion part 2. I actually have a surprise for Natalie.
Ooh.
And the surprise is that I am really loving Dr. Heavenly this reunion.
I feel like I could shed a tear.
This is huge, guys, because I didn't think I would be here. So, you're like, I never would have made it. I didn't think. I didn't think.
How does it feel being on the other side?
Honestly, it feels good. It feels good. It feels nice. Feeling good, feeling great, feeling great, feeling good. That's how it feels. I just love the way that Heavenly is carrying herself this reunion. She's not like going off or anything like that. And I don't know what it is, and maybe it's just me, but Heavenly's actually glowing. There is something about her. Heavenly just looks beautiful this reunion. I don't know what it is, y'all, but I got mesmerized and hypnotized while watching this part 2.
Heavenly got it right. Heavenly is
Literally
literally
the
the
best.
best this reunion.
She is. She is. And you want to know what it is too? Is that she's the best dressed, but also she is the most truthful.
Hi.
Like, what? I'm just sitting here literally dying of laughter because even when they did the flashback for was it a flashback for when Heavenly was calling Toya all those names or whatever? But yeah, it was fun.
What was the winning moment that brought you over to Team Heavenly?
When Letitia, okay, I rescind my like. Why was she trying to get a rise out of Heavenly? I just couldn't understand it. And Heavenly is like talking to her real calm. Well, honestly, whatever. When we get to it, we'll get to it. But that was what solidified it for me, like that moment. Because normally, Heavenly would have went off on somebody on some like squeaky ass tangent, but
Not squeaky.
didn't do that. And I don't know. Heavenly's voice sounds a little bit smoother. Like, I don't know. Something's in the air. Something's in the air.
Therapy works, y'all.
It does. What? What? But all right, y'all. So the
I love this.
yeah. All right. So we're starting off the episode, and Quad's doing her little apology to Jackie, which I actually did not like because why would they think that Quad of all people would release that clip of Jackie? Like, to me, that doesn't make any sense. And then for Jackie to sit up there and be like she'd rather lose a friend than lose herself. I mean, like, I get it, but then to also say that she was in a bad space and she doesn't know what happens in Quad's life, that really annoyed me because even if you don't know what happens in someone's life, you should still know their character, and she should know that Quad wouldn't do that to her.
Look here, I am about sick and tired of Quad in this apology tour, and not
They
in the way that people will think, because am Team Quad because she actually seems genuine with these apologies.
got it.
And I'm just like, I know Jackie felt more sense than that than to really sit there and accuse Quad. I can say yes, when you're in a certain state of mind in the moment, you can think anything. But to
Mm,
really think of all people, Quad would come after you. Unless you did something to Quad that we don't know behind the scenes.
right?
And then she said, I'd rather lose our friend than to lose myself. I can't believe I'm about to say this. Jackie has been losing herself when it comes to Simone. And I'm going to tell you why. Her whole dynamic friendship wise with Simone, I feel like it's very much walking on eggshells to not piss Simone off. She doesn't want to be in that space again where her and Simone were, like that season 7, season 8. With Heavenly, she can be free because Heavenly don't give a crap. But with Simone gets very defensive, very emotional, and I feel like maybe Jackie could be losing herself when it comes to Simone, but it's not like there's no self actualization yet.
Okay, so this is the only time I'm gonna like give Jackie anything. But, but, what if she is one of those people that doesn't really like to deal with emotions? Because I hear you say like Heavenly is she can be free around Heavenly and stuff like that. And it's like, why couldn't she be free around Simone? Like, so she was free around Simone before.
And then look what happened season 7 and 8.
I guess she felt too free because she was talking about things that she shouldn't have been talking about. And I just want to say that everything you can relate something to almost anything in life or work or whatever, but I did have this one moment at work where I told a coworker something and I'm like, don't repeat it, whatever, whatever. And literally 2 seconds later, after she saw the person or whatever, she went and she repeated it. And it wasn't like it was anything bad
Mm-hmm.
that I was whatever. It wasn't like it was nothing bad, but it was the fact that this girl really turned around and repeated what I said to her, to the person or whatever. I was just like, yo, why would you do that? I had to call her up immediately, like right after she was done talking to the person. I was like, yo, didn't I tell you not to say nothing? Why would you do that?
Like,
Like, why would you do that? And I feel like in that sense, that's where it brings it back to the whole Simone, Jackie, and Buffy thing because it's me and you are friends and I tell you something, now you're gonna go and blurt it out to the whole world. Why would you do that?
no, and you see, and why I will never understand that part is that Simone let Jackie take the fall. Like, she's not the one that passed along the information to Jackie, anyways. Did you tell
Yeah,
Jackie this was a secret? Why are you releasing your friend/patient's information?
a mess.
They went
A
and did
mess.
Jackie. Oh, HIPAA, HIPAA. Where was the HIPAA crowd for Simone?
Right?
She really just sat there and let Jackie take the fall and made it seem like Jackie was being the bitch, not apologizing to Buffy when Jackie done did it a million times on and off camera. We don't control what they show.
I mean, there's that too, but like Jackie was so wrong in that situation. I'm not giving her nothing. But it's just like, why would you repeat it? Like,
Simone,
who said
a
repeat
villain.
it? Who said you could repeat it? Like, I don't understand. So yeah, I don't know. This whole like little apology thing that they got Quad doing because then after she's there crying up in Jackie's face saying that she would never do that. Quad is in Simone's dressing room and says that she was hurt after what she did to her in Napa, but she hears Simone and what she was trying to say. And
The dead can hear Simone.
girl, because what was Simone trying to say?
Simone was being Toya's mouthpiece. Simone is to
Honestly,
Toya what Heavenly is to Jackie. The faster people realize this, we can move on and heal.
and that's a mess. Maybe I need time. Time to move on. But you know why? It's because Toya has a mouth for herself. She doesn't need Simone to speak for her. There's been many things that Toya has said that she probably should not have said, but like what? She doesn't need Simone to speak for her. So that's where the disconnect is happening for me. I feel like with Jackie is more reserved, so there's certain things that she would probably want to say, but she can't say it as freely as Heavenly does.
Mm-hmm.
So Heavenly for her. So maybe that's where, but still, Heavenly, you don't need to be doing all that. But like, that's where the balance is with Heavenly and Jackie. With
Mm-hmm.
Toya and Simone, they don't need to balance each other out like that.
It's just I'm just trying to figure out where was the switch with Heavenly, sorry, not Heavenly, but Jackie and Simone. The switch with Heavenly and Jackie was that reunion of the whole little boy's body and busted can of biscuits. And I feel like that was their last piece of throwing shade. And when Damon was complimenting like Jackie's character, personality,
Mhm.
and that's where Heavenly's like, I respect Jackie on the level I respect my husband. That's when they had their switch. That was like season what, 3?
I think so. Because they were butting heads like real bad. I was living for
It
it.
was
But
giving oil and water.
very much.
Toya and Simone were the same thing, and I'm trying to figure out when that switch happened. I can't remember.
Well, I'll be watching it back, girl, so I'm pretty sure I'll catch it.
Shamika will be tweeting from the page, so make sure y'all follow her and her personal page too.
I will catch it. Don't worry. Because imagine. Oh my gosh. But so they did a throwback of Greg and Quad. And did he buy the dress from Burberry or Banana Republic? I'm confused.
So the dress is from Banana Republic. And he put it in a Burberry bag for whatever reason that was supposed to make her feel better. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Do you know Quad's better than me? Because that's my like why would I be embarrassed on the TV? How you embarrassing me by on national television bringing me a Burberry bag with a Banana Republic dress? No hate against Banana Republic because it is up there, but it's not up there like Burberry.
No. The dress was giving very much Sunday school teacher.
Like, and the nerve of it to be ugly on top of that. Be for real, bro. Like, who are you trying to see in that dress? Not Quad.
Not good body quadria web.
Like, I don't understand.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
I don't get it, but honestly, whatever. Respect to Letitia, I guess, for saying that she understands that Greg has a past. When Andy was like, "Oh, do you think it's weird for you to see the flashback?" Like, Andy, why are you being so messy? Like,
Letitia
Andy is being messy this whole no, but Andy is being messy this whole episode. I don't remember him being messy in the first episode.
Look here, Sweet Tea talking about, oh, I understand my husband has a past, but then you're getting upset when they're bringing up your husband's past on the show that you decide to go on that still has his past in his prison.
Right? I don't get that.
So yeah, you save face.
Yeah, you do that, girl, because we know that you were watching the show from before. That's why you sent Greg the baby emoji. Because you know he was on the show begging for a baby for like, what, 2 seasons? 2, 3? What? 5 seasons.
5 seasons.
Yeah, she knew. She knew.
Well, in the
So
beginning of the
whatever.
season, she said I was one of those DMs. So I can't wait to
Yeah.
get in that behind.
Right? And she kind of did when what Quad called Letitia style jivey or whatever. And Letitia's like, we don't know each other or whatever. And Quad's like, I got a nice pair of eyes,
2020
2020
vision.
vision. Well, yes, this is what the show's been missing, honey.
Mhm.
And she got a nice pair of eyes, 2020 vision. And people feel like we can't use our own eyes to see what we want to see. Like if I don't like your fashion and I see that with my eyes and someone asks me a question, like I don't know. I don't know.
That's part like, how are you gonna get upset when people be at? And this is my thing too. When she was trying to get a rise out of Heavenly, and this is why I think Letitia answers to respond, and she doesn't like. No, she listens to respond. She doesn't listen to comprehend.
Or yeah, she's not
No,
hearing.
the way she fights
She's
back
like,
against Heavenly and Quad is like, girl, are you listening to what they're saying to you?
yeah, no, she's not because uh oh my gosh, I think it comes up later where Heavenly uh okay, so they're talking about her endometriosis or whatever. And was it Letitia who asked Heavenly why she thought that she was lying about it or whatever? And Heavenly was like, I was asked a question, and she said, for me, like, I would have found out sooner if it was me. Like.
Mhm.
And Letitia just kept like trying to, but why would you talk about it? Why would you say that? Da, 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 da. And Heavenly's like, are you hearing me? I said to me. Like the question was for me, like how would I, like, and she just was not hearing what Heavenly was saying. And it was just like, girl, girl, like get it together. Get it
That's not
together.
like Heavenly did really well keeping her composure because if it was anybody else by that time, she would have done snapped. Therapy is working.
A lot of your mamas flying around the stage, so
That is so true.
a lot of your mamas flying around the stage, okay? So,
You're doing good, girl. You're doing good, Heavenly.
right? So, Quad and Letitia get into an argument because Letitia's like, why don't you just move on from Gregory? Because apparently, allegedly, I have not seen these tweets, so I cannot speak on it. But allegedly, Quad be bringing up Letitia on the social media. But is she bringing up Letitia or are people mentioning Quad's name with Greg and Quad is responding to it? Like that's what like is she getting mad at Quad's response? Because I don't I don't understand.
I mean, like, we follow Quad on Twitter, and I have yet to really see a tweet of her dragging Sweet Tea just to drag her. Heavenly, yes. Quad, no.
Oh, and I've never like even on social media because people like to repost tweets and stuff like that. I haven't seen anything where she's talked about Letitia, so I don't get that.
Like, Letitia, baby, you mad with yourself. You can't. This is why from day one I've been saying I can't take the girl. From day one, you came on the show with your new husband, whose ex-wife is still on the show because she's part of the OGs that created this show. She hasn't left the show. All these other women and their husbands were friends with her, whether they fell out or not. You need to put on your big girl panties and either do the show, understand that the negativity is going to come with it, or protect your peace and your brand new marriage and stay off the show. But you decide to get on. So what's the issue?
Right? Or honestly, she could have just came on the show and had fun with it. We could have seen probably more scenes with her and her sister, or her and her own like group of friends, and then
Exactly.
her. like, you know, her trying to bond with the ladies, because I thought it was funny that Toya asked Quad, but she said Letitia doesn't fit into the group. And I love how Heavenly was quick to say, we all said that.
And then Toya goes, "But you said it, Quad. It always came out of your mouth." Like, Toya,
Y'all all said it. Like, I don't understand.
you see, if Toya and Quad could get along longer for one episode, they'd really be a dynamic duo. But it's crap like this where they can't get along for long.
Yep. Yep, it is. Because even when Simone made her little comment, because a viewer asked, like, you know, if a light was lifted off of the, if the trip felt lighter after Quad left or something, and Quad was like, you know, that makes me sound like a dark cloud or whatever. And Simone was like, oh, okay. Quad said it made her sound like a dark cloud, and she's not that. She's a fun, optimistic, loving person, whatever, whatever. And then Dr. Simone was like, when she wants to be, she is that type. And I was just like, girl,
Simone,
Quad literally just apologized to you.
just when we were right, like right there, they just go 10 steps back and then they want to get mad.
Yeah, and then literally when the camera panned to Quad's face, you can tell she was hurt by that, because it's like, and Quad's trying. Like, I don't care. And Quad doesn't even need to be trying. Whatever, man. They're pissing me off.
Because
But
they have her on this apology tour, and it's like, okay, she apologized. But then Toya and Simone, we are here beating a dead horse again.
yeah, like, stop that. Like, honestly, whatever. Andy goes to Toya, like, you know, if you got divorced and Eugene brought his new wife onto the show, you probably wouldn't be feeling great. And then Toya, I'm an advocate for the show, and the drama would be great, and she would have her own hot ass man sitting behind her. And can I say that I just love that response?
I love
But
that response, but it's
you don't
also
know,
hypocritical.
very much so.
You love the greater good of the show, but y'all be upset when Heavenly be doing things for the greater good of the show?
What does Heavenly do for the greater good
You
of
know,
the show? For
Heavenly be trying
YouTube?
to secretly produce. She be doing her YouTube, literally giving the people free marketing,
She does be doing
and
all
y'all
of
get
that.
mad, but it's for the greater good of the show. Just saying.
I just don't think they like that Heavenly has so much opinions.
Or she's not afraid to share them.
That that too. You
But I
know,
respect Tori and Eugene. Bring your bring your new partner on. Bring the new Brad. Bring the new man. That's real. She a real one.
yeah. They kill me. They're such a fun couple, so y'all do y'all thing. All right, so remember how earlier in the season where we said that it was probably Letitia's one of Letitia's friends or whatever who told her what that Heavenly was not like being very nice at her little pampering. So could Letitia not say at the reunion that it was her maid of honor who told her what Heavenly was saying at the pampering, and that is why Heavenly was disinvited from the wedding?
But
And I
can
knew
you
it.
but can you see how very little power Sweet Tea has because production said, bring her ass back.
But honestly, in a sense, I could see, like, I wouldn't want somebody like that at my wedding either. Like, I can see why she did it, but because it's part of the show, obviously Heavenly had to be there. So
Well, that's why you also don't get drunk and tell people all your business.
got to, like, girl, keep your mouth shut.
And that's what that was Heavenly's point. She's like, one, I wouldn't have known this if she didn't tell me all of this. But then two, it's like you really just be out here drinking with people and spilling all your business.
Yeah.
Well, Quad was right.
I wonder who she was introduced to first, because she did say that it was Heavenly who brought her onto the show. So, but I'm sure she knew, like, Simone and Toya before that as well, so I don't know
I
why they were.
I think it's not even that she knew them before. I think they took to her because of their dislike for Quad. But I
Uh,
remember, when we were allowed to follow Jackie back in the day. um, Jackie had one of her golfing events, and in like the summary video that either Jackie posted or Heavenly tagged Jackie in,
uh-huh.
Greg and Sweet Tea showed up to Jackie's golfing event for like one of her breast cancer stuff.
Okay.
So they've known about Sweet Tea, and that's what Heavenly used to say when she first met Sweet Tea. She was even keying about Sweet Tea with Quad. So for Quad now to act like Heavenly chose Sweet Tea over her is weird. Because me and you were
Mm,
keying about the girl like 2 months ago, a
I
year
mean,
ago.
yeah, you're right. But, everybody's allowed to have feelings, and maybe Quad just didn't feel it at the time, so
You're right. She wasn't seeing it for her.
No. But, when they brought up Letitia talking about Damon on her Instagram or whatever, is talking about how Damon cheated or whatever, and then we get, like, a little time with the guys where Damon asks Greg if he thinks he's a cheater, which I thought was interesting because why are you asking Greg? Like, I don't know why you would ask Greg of all people. I mean, not of all people, because Curtis was in the room too, but like, I don't know why you would ask Greg that.
Because it's his wife doing the accusations.
You know what? You're right. And Dr. Damon does like to approach the men. So, all right. Well, I thought it was funny when Greg said he don't know what he do because it's true. You don't know what people do until they tell you.
Look here, Curtis was a prime example. But here's
Right?
my thing with this whole cheating thing. I find this story to be so stale. And you know why I feel like it's untrue? Quick. The Shade Room had pictures of Dr. Jackie's husband, Curtis, at the Atlanta airport. It has been 5 seasons. And you telling me nobody can find this receipt of Damon cheating?
Right?
With the
I
way
don't think
people
he
don't like Heavenly, you really think no one is going to release evidence of Damon cheating?
Yeah, I don't believe that. Honestly, I don't think he cheated on her
Like,
or even
yes,
think
Damon.
um, yeah, I don't think Damon is just not that kind of guy. So, whatever. Everybody can think what they want, but
I
not
really
daddy.
I really hope Mariah takes up Heavenly's offer to come on the show next week with whatever receipts she had from 5 years ago and releases them to Carlos and Heavenly because Heavenly isn't begging her at this point. Show me the receipts. You're not going to break up my marriage. Bring the receipts because I'm going to stay anyways. I just want to see these receipts that you keep talking about that you've had for the last 5 years.
Yeah, because honestly, I love Mariah. Mariah's my girl deep down. Like, but like, why are you still talking about this?
It's been 5 years. Either
Like, my
release
girl,
the evidence or let it go.
right? I don't know. I don't know, but it was funny when they were talking about it, and then Curtis was like, "Just say yes or no," and I'm like, Curtis, Curtis, why are you talking? Why are you talking, Curtis?
Curtis is lucky
But
Greg didn't turn on his ass and be like, "You really you want to talk about cheating? You really
right?
want to go there?"
Want to go like honestly, like Curtis, and I mean, it's the fact that he was bigging up his voice when he's saying it too. Like, why you getting so angry? Like, calm down,
They're not accusing
calm
you,
down.
sir. Don't worry.
It's you on the hot seat. Like what? And honestly, Damon was never really in the hot seat. I don't think anybody believes that Damon would do that. So It's whatever. People can say what they want. I don't believe that.
It's either that or Damon is just one hell of a cheater to have not been caught, no evidence.
That's who.
Mm.
That. Mm, well, Team Daddy on this one. Sorry, y'all.
Yep.
Daddy. Before Heavenly beats me up, Team Damon. Team Damon. This one.
Hey, Daddy.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so Heavenly said that her issue came when Letitia was telling her that Greg is controlling, because that is what Letitia was saying, that Greg was controlling. And like, Heavenly's just like, I have a daughter, and her heart like went out to her. She just wanted her to like get her money up on her own and do her own thing, regardless of if she has a man or not. So I don't know.
Can these girls who have a man and then start to rely heavily on them and put so much trust
Mm,
and faith in them, y'all gonna learn real quick.
right?
Have your own.
Yeah. I was honestly just watching the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion, and they were having that little segment. Not a little segment, but they were talking about the woman like just blindly signing stuff, whatever like their husband puts in front of them, like they'll just sign it. They don't really read it or care to know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And Andy had to look at the lady, like, not the lady. He had to look at Kyle. He had to look at Kyle. Do you know my friend Teresa Giudice? Because prime example of why you should not be signing any and everything that your husband throws in front of your face.
Exactly. First of all, you
If
didn't have to
Heavenly,
look at Teresa, look at Erica.
I mean that too.
Look at two hits down.
He didn't even have to look far. He still brought up Teresa Giudice's name. She's never leaving the franchise.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, back to Voice of Medicine, because I could talk about New Jersey all day. But back to Voice of Medicine. Oh my gosh. But anyways, Alicia comes out, and I forgot that she was even a part of the show. Like, honestly, when I seen her coming out, I was like, wait, she was there? Like, but whatever. She comes out, and Andy asks her, like, how was her first season or whatever. And this girl compared it to being in a freaking psych ward. And I had to roll my eyes just as hard as every other lady on that couch.
They couldn't have been that bad.
It wasn't that bad. I don't understand what she's talking
And
about.
she was so uneventful for the fact that they brought her out with the husbands. These
Yeah.
friends come before the husbands.
Right?
Your husband had a storyline, you did not.
Girl.
If uneventful older person.
Honestly. And okay. Well, shout out to Lenora for asking if Alicia does everything like cooking, working, cleaning, and all that stuff, and she does everything, then what does Kima bring besides judgment against American women?
I mean, that's a great
And I
valid
had to,
question.
like, that was a very good question. Thank you, Lenora. That was the only name I remembered throughout this whole thing. Like, I'm so sorry, y'all. Because I'm waiting for Andy to ask my question. Frank, I tweeted you too, Andy. And if I don't hear my question, then I'm going to ask it at the end of Reunion Part 3. So, and I'll let you guys know about what my question was. But I asked the question too, and Andy didn't bring it up yet. Okay, so Andy, we move into like Andy asking Toya about like her wine business and if she was worried if the ladies were gonna be supportive or not, and um Toya says that the ladies have been supportive from the beginning, and then this is when Andy chooses to bring up how Heavenly likes to describe
Mm.
Toya as never worked a day in her life. Bitch was lazy, and I missed the last one, but I was dying because Andy asked her if her opinion had changed of Toya, and Heavenly's like, you know what? She has worked a day in her life. I was wrong. So then Andy goes, what about the other two? And Heavenly's like, she is lazy. She is a lady of leisure. I was like,
Ah, Heavenly.
I don't care. That was funny as hell. Be- What? No, you know what? Heavenly stood on business because she's been calling Toya lazy for
Yep.
seasons. It's not like it was just one season she's been calling Toya lazy. She's been calling Toya lazy for seasons.
You gotta
Okay,
respect the
so
honesty at the end of the day. She's not gonna switch up just because she's getting called out.
no, she's not. She's like, yeah, I said it, and
And
like,
what like what you want?
you gonna do? Like, I don't like, yo. So, but I did like Toya's comeback when she was like, she gets the job done without looking like I work
Look
hard.
here, that's what quote for
So
2024.
2024, because she ate with that one. 10 minus 2, she what? Ate. She ate that.
Period.
Yeah, but they did have a little flashback moment where they flash back to Simone and the boys when they were younger. And then they did a little flashback to Heavenly and her children when they were younger. And Simone and her boys, it was a totally cute moment, but I just really loved the Heavenly moment because Heavenly was sitting at the table with her kids and she was like to Damon, she was like, "Why you didn't tell me I was fat?" Like, and Damon just looking at her like, "I didn't." It's Damon has blind love. You know when you love somebody so much that you only see their personality. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know, but he didn't really respond. Like, why didn't you tell me I was fat? But then she looked at Laura, and then Laura's like, "You were fat. Like, you were." And Heavenly was like, "Why didn't you tell me?" And Alora's like, "I couldn't fit my arms around your waist." Like,
Now, Laura, baby, you know you was wrong.
yeah, but she's
Heavenly goes, that's because
hilarious.
you were
Oh my.
3.
No, that was funny. That was funny. That was funny. But I did like when Andy asked Simone about her and Cecil's parenting because we saw this season they were like butting heads
Mhm.
a lot with their parenting styles and stuff like that. And she said that the greatest thing she learned about parenting is that everyone gets to parent in their own way. And I like that because we're obviously going to agree on some things, but we're not going to agree on everything. So I think it's actually really nice when children get to experience the different dynamics. As long as like, one parent isn't always being like the bad cop or whatever,
Mhm.
then
I can see that. I think it's important. Like I think it's like Toy was saying, like to have that balance, right? Like everyone's like, no, she's so very like outspoken. It's the rawness, versus like Eugene brings like the calm medical side to it. Like it's good to have both. Everyone cannot be the exact same. There's no personality there. It's given in this textbook.
right? Yeah, so I like that. I actually learned something from that everybody gets to parent in their own way. Because even if you are in a two-parent household, we we all have different minds. We're not all going to think alike and 100% of the time and like be the same 100% of the time.
Mhm.
So I think that was a good lesson. And I took something from that for myself.
Oh, I
So
love that.
thanks, Simone, therapy for the little therapy. You spent thousands, and I just got it from watching you on TV. So thanks.
I just getting it for free 99.
Girl, not even the 99,
Free.
just free. Yeah.
Ah,
But yeah, and I also like that Alora has actually been reaching out to Jackie and asking her like for advice and stuff like that. So I thought that was like very sweet because we did see when Jackie extended that olive branch to Alora. So that
I
was
just love that.
nice.
I think that's again a testament to the closeness that the ladies have outside of the show, because if the show can end and like your castmate daughter can still call you up and be like, hey, like X, Y, and Z, no matter what the case may be. This is why, at the end of the day, why I love this show compared to the other reality shows out there. There's friendship. Like, they actually care about each other, each other's kids. We weren't just thrown together. Some people
Yeah.
develop relationships like a
So
Garcelle and Sutton. Like, that is a genuine, like, development.
yeah. Yeah, and that's nice when that happens. So yeah, you can tell that they have like a real relationship and they're like real friends outside of the show. So
Mm-hmm.
that's good. That's good. Let's get into Andy bringing up the formula in Heavenly's kitchen because everybody was questioning it. You were questioning it too at one point.
Because it was like, but why?
Everybody thought she was like, hiding a grandchild or something. Did Letitia start that rumor though?
She
Because
did, because I don't even think anyone was really looking that hard.
I don't think so either, but that was funny. But okay, I just want to say that when we were younger, one of my friends' mom loved formula, and she would buy the Similac just to eat it raw, plain, like just to sit down and eat it, watch her cartoons, like, and that is what she was doing. So I didn't really think anything of it when people were bringing up the formula in Heavenly's Kitchen because I'm like, maybe some people just like to eat it. Like, I
Is that
don't know.
healthy?
It is formula. Technically, it's milk.
I, I would
I
think
don't
that
know.
one over. As a grown person, you're just there eating formula.
Yeah, some people okay. So after I seen her eating it, I was like, "What are you doing?" So she gave me some because I'm like, "What?" It actually tastes good. Okay, like no side eye. Like it actually tastes pretty nice. But I'm not gonna go out and buy formula to eat it like that. So, but it tastes good. I'm not even gonna front. So when people were questioning if Heavenly had a grandchild, I was just thinking that maybe she just likes to eat formula.
That would not be on my bingo card.
I mean, but you see how it made sense when she said that Damon is allergic to milk. So the soy Enfamil is the only thing that doesn't give him a reaction, and that's what he eats with
But
his
don't you can't you
cereal.
just buy regular soy milk, almond milk?
I guess he can't.
Hmm.
I don't know, but that was what Heavenly said. So,
That's interesting.
well, let's just wait and see what Damon says if they ask him about the formula. So,
Right.
but yeah, so I don't know, but I honestly just thought she was eating it. So I don't know, y'all. If y'all thought she had a grandchild, let us know. If y'all thought she was just eating it like me, let us know because I thought she was just eating it. Ooh, little snack. Like, that's what I
I'm like,
thought.
maybe
Like,
she has people who just come over, they bring their kids, so she's like, "Let me just be well prepared."
right? Because formula's not
It's
cheap.
not.
Like, let's start there. That is not
Just thinking
cheap.
she was being a good
So,
friend.
right? Like, you never know. You never know. But if Heavenly has friends that are giving birth, how young are they? Because Heavenly barely stands sweet to Letitia, so
Okay, that is true.
I don't I don't know.
That is true.
Yeah, so I don't know, but I like that Heavenly and her sister are now keeping in contact because Letitia want to tell Heavenly that her mom's in the HE double hockey sticks.
That's still wild. To this
So
day, that is wild to me.
yeah, it's wild, but Letitia did say that it did just slip out. So I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know because when people who say your mama are really quick to say it at times when they shouldn't be saying it. So it was one of those your mama times, like, go to hell, your mama. Like, I don't I don't know, but it's very nice that Heavenly's sister reached out to her, and I guess Heavenly was able to turn a negative into a positive, so she thanked
no,
Letitia
but
for that
honestly
one.
though,
Yeah, and they haven't spoken in, like, what, years? So for them to be at the stage that they're at now and be, like, good is it's amazing.
and sometimes it will take the most odd situations to bring people together.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you could tell in Sweet Tea's face though, like she kind of felt a way that when Heavenly was thanking her, because I don't think she saw that coming.
Ye
She was grateful for a
No,
moment.
she didn't. I She was. She was. But I'm glad she used that moment to, like, I guess, semi-apologize. I don't know how whatever, she semi-apologized. I don't know. Whatever, girl. Whatever. So, I don't know. But the men are stepping out. They're stepping onto the scene now. And it is the men's time to shine before we are rejoined with the ladies. And hold up. And yeah, so Andy's there asking Greg if Phaedra really asked for the
No, no,
$4,000 a
before
month.
we even get to that, I love the fact that Andy goes, "So Curtis, are you flying in from the DR today?"
My face when he said Atlanta. Like, boy, stop lying. You know you came from the
What
DR.
you doing out in the DR, Curtis?
What is going on? Jackie said he's working out there,
Like
right?
some new hotel property development. He's a part of some group.
What group? You know what? I wish we could have the detective skills like the people on TikTok when they found Legion. But
They better do their cast trip in the DR next year.
right? Because if he's opening up hotels, then he should have one for them to
Exactly.
stay at.
Little discount and everything.
Exactly. No more Hilton
Retired.
Head, like we're tired. So I mean, but Atlanta, Curtis, shut up, shut up, shut up. Oh my
We got our
God.
eye on you.
Yeah, and I got four eyes because I got glasses, so I got my eyes on you,
Period.
Curtis. Like, yo, honestly, every time Curtis talks for me, I'm just like, yo, shut up. I'm like, why are you talking? Uh, anyways, Andy asking Greg about the 4,000 a month for Phaedra, and Phaedra pretty much said that she wants a man that can do for her as she does for herself. And honestly,
I'm
period.
not mad at that.
Period. I'm not mad at that at
I
all
feel like
either.
more women
Like
need to follow that
when I
direction.
get yes, either match what I have or add to it. Like I don't understand. Like get it together,
Like,
fellas.
it's so
Like
hard.
come on, right? So honestly, Greg really pissed me off when Andy asked if anything else happened between them, and Greg said, not in real life. And I feel like we now need to start a tally for every time he embarrasses Letitia on national television. Because what do you mean, not in real life? You could have
And
just
just
said
left it at
no.
that. And this is why Heavenly keeps saying the man is
Because
disrespectful.
so disrespectful. And as a psychiatrist, he should know that no is a complete sentence. You ain't gotta say nothing after that.
There's nothing within me that one makes Greg worth fighting over, and two that I would want to go see him as a therapist, psychologist, whatever the hell he is.
I wouldn't want to either because what are you gonna tell me?
Nope.
Like, besides how to speed off in a Mini
You
Cooper.
ended that, Mini Cooper.
I'm just mad because I want a Mini Cooper in real life, but now he just ruined it for all of us. So, like, now every time I look at a Mini Cooper, I'm just gonna remember Greg.
Oh
Like,
my gosh.
what? So annoying. These men, they're so disgusting. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, but it was fun seeing Aiden in the flashback at the strip club.
Yeah.
I miss Aiden and I
I
miss
kind of
Mariah.
wish
I don't
Aiden was able
care.
to
And I
keep
wish
a
it.
friendship with the husbands, though.
Yeah. But do you think he was friends with them from before? I feel like he was more friends with Carrie's husband.
Oh.
I feel like the ladies are like Mariah's friends or were Mariah's
Yeah.
friends or
He
whatever.
wasn't friends with Eugene
But
before? Or they just worked same thing? Like, did the
I
same thing?
I think were
Mm.
don't worry, girl, I'll be fact checking when I watch it back. So but I don't remember him being that close to the guys like that. Maybe in the later seasons he was, but in the beginning I don't feel like that,
Mhm.
but I could be wrong. But it was good to see him in the flashback at the strip club. And it was funny when Heavenly was questioning Damon after the strip club and he's like, we just went to a bar. And then Heavenly's like, I know the bar don't be open all night or whatever, and then suddenly the bar turned into a strip club. Like
Like, damn, she gonna find out anyways.
and then he's like, Cecil suggested, like just throwing Cecil under the bus. Like that was
Oh my gosh.
hilarious. Yeah, so that was funny. But they get into like Andy has this little segment of their marriage troubles or whatever because he brought up the golf buddy that Cecil used to have, and Cecil's like, I don't talk to her or whatever anymore, like cut off. And then I don't know. I feel like I missed the question because all I remember is after Cecil talking was Curtis talking about his family troubles. And did anybody ask?
No,
Did I
I
leave that
think
out?
the whole thing was like how has being on the show like 10 years, how it affected your marriage, and I guess the changes and whatnot. And we all know the low points in both Cecil and Curtis's marriage. So it's kind of Curtis just
Okay.
reaffirming that, like, yeah, we had our low points, but like also with the show, we're still doing like really well and blah blah blah. Right,
Yeah, but did somebody ask him about his little point? Like, I
Well, Andy
don't.
like mentioned it, like pretty much insinuating like we know your low points.
Oh,
Yeah, and then they just
okay.
kind of circled it back.
I guess it's just for me, like, every time Curtis opens his mouth, I'm just like, "Why?" Like, "Shh,
Are you not seeing it for Curtis?
quiet. No, no, I'm not. I'm not, like, at all."
No,
What?
Curtis maybe one day you'll win Shamika over.
I don't think so, but whatever. Curtis, I don't know, but I was just wondering if anybody asked, like, I even put a question mark in my notes, like, who asked? Like, I don't
Who asked you, sir?
see a question, like, I don't understand, and it's just like he's always in these conversations about troubles and cheating and all these it's like, why? You can't be in a conversation about your business that you're doing in the Dominican Republic, in the DR.
But you want to be all up in these people business.
Y'all's just talking about the businesses that they're doing, and you're not discussing your hotel that you're a part of, your hotel chain or whatever. You want us to go to the hotel, Curtis? What is the name? We need to find out the name of the
Curtis
hotel
couldn't
that
show up
Curtis is
to the
working on.
wedding. Curtis couldn't show up here and there, but he definitely showed up for the bachelor party. He definitely showed up for the scene with all the men.
Yeah.
Why can't we get more of you and Jackie together? Other than the fact that Jackie told you about Hilton Head.
Right? That was, like, the only scene we really
Yeah,
had with
outside of the couples
Jackie and
trip. Like, that's all we
Curtis.
get.
Wow,
Like, you're
Curtis.
not helping us get Jackie out of
Wow.
the office, which is what you complained about. I'm tired of seeing Jackie in the damn office.
But, you know, maybe she's in the office because he's always in the DR. What's she supposed to
Well,
do?
she needs
Sit
to
at
bring her
home?
sons on, bring back her stepdaughter, something. I'm tired.
Maybe we should see Jackie working out.
I'm tired. We got too much of that in the earlier
What is
seasons. No, bring back her trainer because her trainer was
but
fine.
what is her workout routine? Like, what does she do? Like, what like, you know, we know Jackie does Fit Me, but, like,
What
what is
happened to
her nutritional
Whitney?
plan? What is should she
We
still do
haven't
that?
seen it.
She doesn't do that no more?
Bring back Jackie's
Um,
trainer. He was good
well,
eye
I'm just
candy.
like, girl, but Andy is asking Greg about when he invited the stripper to the wedding, and Greg said it was a theoretical invitation and he wasn't expecting
Disrespectful.
her to show up. And I'm just like, why would you invite her at all? On TV, like Simone said, bitches is watching
They
you.
looking for
Like,
you.
why would you on TV? Like, why would you do that on TV? Like, get it together, Greg.
They's
Oh
being
my
disrespectful.
gosh. Right? I don't know. But then shout out to whoever it was that asked the question that said that Greg should worry less about how the ladies are treating Letitia and should worry more about why he lied about robbers breaking into their house because she forgot to set the alarm. And I was dying because why would you do that? Why would you say, oh my gosh, like, okay, you know what? The camera should have been rolling for that moment because I need to know what happened. Like, how did he like run up the stairs and be like, oh my gosh, you're being robbed? Or like, did he wake her up in the middle of the night and be like, oh my gosh, I hear somebody downstairs? Like, what? How did it happen? Questions and
Tells me
answers.
that I don't feel like Greg has really changed since Quad.
No, he's still the same person.
Just found someone to put up with his foolishness.
Why would you? Yeah, that's it. he didn't change like at all. Maybe he grew like a little bit, but I don't know. 'Cause why would you do that? Why would and how did and what was your thought process? You know
So many
what?
questions.
Because he said it was impulsive. So it's just like, what impulse? And what was your thought process when you were doing that?
Just so many questions when it comes to Greg.
Like, I actually have a lot of questions about how this went down. Maybe I should like tweet Letitia or something and be like, "Hey, girl, what did Greg do when he told you
Do that,
people
she
were
gonna block
burglarizing
your
the house?"
way.
Imagine. It's okay. It's okay.
Ah!
Okay. So Andy asked, well, he didn't ask, he brought up if the other women or wives were as hard to please as Toya. And I love how Damon described his like first
That was
date
so
with
sweet.
Heavenly, how they just like it was so sweet because he was like, we had a pizza at my apartment and then we went to the field. He said the field? The field and they just talked for hours and he felt her skin and that's when he knew he was gonna marry her. And I'm just like, okay, okay, Lord, I see what you have
I'm just
done for
asking for my own
others.
variation.
Hey, what? He just felt her skin and he was like, yeah, that's one for me. Like, what? Yeah. Ladies never
Never.
settle. Never settle because that one, there, he's out there. So I thought that was very sweet. And now it's Kima's turn to explain himself. Okay, but I was dying when he said when he moved here, he kept hearing happy life, happy life. And it was just how he was saying it, where I was like, oh my gosh,
Like, so what's the
I was
issue?
dying. But I understood him to the extent where he's like, what did he say? He has an issue that it sounds like the man's happiness is not important, and he will not always make his wife happy at the detriment of his own happiness. And I kind of stand with that because if your husband's not happy, you're gonna feel that, okay? You're going to feel when a man is sad. You're going to feel when a man is angry. You're going to feel when a man is depressed. You're like, men literally wear their emotions on their whole body. And I feel like they don't
Mhm.
realize that they do that. So, yes, happy life. And that if that means that you have to be happy too, then yes, you be happy so that I can be
Like,
happy.
we are here trying
Okay?
to live in perfect
Like,
harmony.
it's still right? Like, it's still happy wife, happy life. So, do you? Do because you being happy is gonna make your
Do
wife
you,
happy.
boo?
So, do you? Like, I don't understand. But him saying that his what he was saying was
That
taken
was
like
such
out of
BS.
context. It was. It was because you do feel like women do too much. And you know what? That's okay. If you feel they do too much, then do it for them. If you see your wife mounting the TV, then say, you know what, babe, give me the hammer. I'll do that. Like, like if you feel she's doing too much when you see her doing something,
Like,
then
stand
do
in
it.
your truth because what you're saying on the reunion is not what you've been saying all season.
It's not. So I don't get it. I don't get Kima, so whatever. But Damon was right when he said that good leaders don't have to say
Look
anything.
here, I am team Damon and Eugene. See me as an equal. It's 50-50. But yes, I like when you take charge. But take charge in a respectful, like, because I feel like myself, I'm very much already an alpha. And I'm very much like those people who are like, I'm
Yeah.
just naturally independent. So if you can lead, I'm I'm gonna
Yeah.
let you lead, do your thing, but you're not gonna treat me as less than. So I need a combination of Eugene and
Right?
Damon.
Yeah. Someone who can cook, because
Mm-hmm.
Eugene can cook. So I see that. I see that. But yeah. And I honestly do feel like Kima and Damon are the same. It's just that Damon is just not outspoken about it. He's more reserved about what he's doing, whereas Kima's like, whoa, my wife didn't do the dishes today. Like, nah, yo, she needs to get on that type thing. So
Like with swollen ankles, you had your girl out there cooking stewed chicken. That's rude.
that is so disgusting. And honestly, men, if any men are listening to this and you have the ability or whatever to get a woman pregnant, please know that when a woman gets pregnant for you, she is literally carrying a life. And that's a lot of work in itself because now our body is going through all of these changes. For me, I had bigger boobs that I didn't have before. My belly was big, my thighs were big. I had to buy a whole new wardrobe for myself, okay, because none of my clothes were fitting. So I had to
Mm-hmm.
get clothes that did fit. And when you're hungry, and like, just stuff like that. And it's like, even the act of bringing a life into this world, giving birth itself, okay? That act is life changing for a lot of women, and unfortunately, some women
That
don't even make it
part.
out of that. So for a woman to like have your baby, you should be cooking her food, running her bath, making sure that she has the easiest pregnancy and post-pregnancy ever. Because it's not
That
easy.
part.
So, no, you can't have her standing up, swollen ankles. She's probably been standing up all day at work because we know Alicia love to work. So you can't have her standing up all day, swollen ankles, and wanting to cook you stewed chicken. Like, no,
He frustrates me.
no. Girl, he's just a mess. But you know what, Alicia, if you like it, I
You
love
like
that
it, we
for
love
you.
it.
Okay? For
Emphasis
you.
on the for you.
Like, what? Honestly. So, whatever. Kima's just talking about how, you have to educate each other on the difference of the cultures. And he said that he was joking when he was using the word trained. And Andy's like, it didn't look like you were joking. And let's be
He was
real.
not
He
joking.
didn't look like he was joking when he was not joking when he said that women need to be trained. But you want to know what's funny is that my grandma said the same thing about men, that men need to be trained. My grandma told me that if a man does not open the car door for you, just stand outside and wait for him to come around and open the door. And that is how you train your man to open the door for you, okay? Because how you gonna get in the car if he doesn't open the door?
Oh my. I've actually never thought of doing that.
Yes. Now you have, okay? What? Well, Kima wants to talk about training. You can talk about training too, okay? And our grandmothers have passed down knowledge
I
that
mean,
we
she
can
ain't
use,
wrong.
okay? She's not. So, ladies, think about that next time. Next time you hear Kima talk about training, remember that you too can also train your
Oh my
man.
gosh.
But Sadly, this brings us to actually the end of this part of the reunion. And the next thing we see is Mr. Apollo coming out onto the stage for
The
for
look
part
of just
3.
shock and disbelief on everyone's face.
Yeah, Heavenly looked
Be like,
real
God damn.
surprised. I yeah, I was really surprised, but I like how in the clip he's like calling out Phaedra, saying like, she
He's
turned a
calling
blind
out
eye or
Phaedra.
whatever.
He's questioning Dr. G.
But
This is why when Heavenly said she couldn't wait for the reunion because Apollo gave no shits.
he's questioning
When
Dr.
Dr.
G
G
for
was talking about
what?
meeting Phaedra back in 2002. Yeah, Apollo had no filter apparently, so I can't
Oh,
wait to watch the conclusion of this reunion. And Apollo is fine with this beard. This is giving zaddy. And that's with the Z. Come on, Apollo. Okay.
okay, girl.
Might not be
Apollo,
married
you
to
got some
medicine, but I
fans
think this
here.
one we can agree with. Apollo's about to give us more in this reunion than Phaedra gave us all season. I'm gonna keep Apollo.
Honestly, because
And she
Phaedra
really
gave
did
nothing but
that.
Reiki. What else she gave us a funeral. That was epic. I don't care what anybody says. That when Quad popped up, that was funny.
I only give her
What else did she give
50% credit because I
us?
was caught in her foolishness.
Phaedra. Well, I mean, there's nothing. But I mean, it was her from home, I guess. Oh, what else did she give us?
So nothing.
Yeah, that's what she gave us, y'all. This whole season. Wow, man. How many this season was 13 episodes?
She brought Apollo to save her spot for next year if she decides not to go back to Atlanta Housewives.
Well, according to the tea that Miss Quad has been tweeting on the interwebs, Quad helped Phaedra to
Oh.
get a 3-year contract. So, yeah. Yeah. So we might be seeing Phaedra a little bit longer, y'all.
So I need Phaedra to be a little bit more human, more personal.
I feel like the only time we'll get personal with Phaedra is when she's with her boys.
And
I
we
don't
don't
think we'll
even
get
get
any more
that.
personal than
The birthday
that.
party doesn't count because that was more about Heavenly, Simone, and Jackie.
That's true too. But yeah, I mean, hopefully Phaedra. I wanted to say that, like, Married to Medicine isn't like Housewives in the sense that it's like different or whatever. But season 1, episode 1, did Toya and Toya and Mariah not get in a fight where they almost fell in the pool and Toya got hit in the head with the bag and Mariah got punched in the face multiple times and Miss Lucy came and hit Toya with a bag? I, like all of that happened. So I can't even sit here and be like, oh, like this show is not about drama. Like
It's been
this show
drama
is
since day
all about
one.
drama. So what, Phaedra, you better bring it next season, girl.
Stop with the
You
lies
better
and just
bring
give
it.
us a true, honest Phaedra Parks Esquire.
Right? Right? Like, be for real, honestly. Yo, but as we close out, let's just give a personal shout out to Dr. Heavenly for following us
Hey.
on Twitter. And another personal shout out to Toya for following
I
us
know
on
that's right.
Instagram. It's been nice for us, and honestly, shout out to Contessa because Contessa has been following us for a while now, and sometimes we actually do get to interact with Contessa on Instagram in the DMs because it goes down in the
But you
DMs.
know what?
That's
Shout
where we
out to
talk in
Cecil
the
and Eugene
DMs.
also because they've
So
also interacted with our page, checking our stories and stuff. So you know what? Shout outs to them too.
shout out to them. I believe Eugene actually follows
Yeah,
us. So shout out to Eugene. Always been. You know what? Maybe I should like be like, hey, what time's dinner?
I
Like,
mean, I'm gonna take some of
want
that
to meet the fam?
bacon.
Like, what? So yeah, shout out to all the cast that follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Shout out to all of you who listen and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
Yeah.
That's it, right? Oh yeah, girl, that's all the socials. Yes. So y'all, thank you for following us, listening to us laugh uncontrollably. And honestly, we shall see y'all next week. And the color this week is burgundy. Don't believe I used that color yet, but the color is burgundy because honestly, that is almost like the color of dried blood.
What?
And it just works. Works this week. Yep. Yep.
You know, I'm not even gonna question
This
it. All right.
works. We will see or y'all hear from us next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.